25 miles off Africa's coast lies an island that changed history, a place where 3 continents merged, creating something entirely new for over 1,000 years. This island controlled trade routes, connecting empires from China to Persia to the African. Interior, but its greatest achievement wasn't wealth, it was culture in coral stone and spice. In music and mathematics, Zanzibar created a civilization that still lives and breathes today. This is a story of paradise, but not the one you'd expect. Welcome to Zanzibar, where every grain of sand tells a story. I'm standing in Stone Town, a UNESCO World Heritage Site where every building is a testament to cultural fusion. The people here don't just preserve history, they live it. To understand Zanzibar, you need to understand geography and timing. Twice a year, predictable winds connected 3 continents. Merchants rode these winds for 2,000 years. These same vessels, virtually unchanged, still sail today. But Zanzibar's real treasure was never gold or ivory. It was this, the clove. Tiny, aromatic, and worth fortunes. In the 1800s, Zanzibar produced more than anywhere on Earth. One sultan mandated every landowner plant 3 clove trees per coconut palm. That decree transformed an entire economy today. Spice tours are Zanzibar's living classrooms of history, but these aren't just ingredients. They're cultural artifacts. Every dish tells a story of trade, migration, and synthesis. African staples, Arabian techniques, Indian flavors, all in one plate. But to really understand Zanzibar, we need to go back, way back, to when these islands were barely on maps. Archaeologists have found evidence of settlement from the first millennium, Bantu-speaking peoples. From the African mainland were likely first, then came Persian traders, Shirazi, bringing Islam. And architecture. The word Swahili itself comes from Arabic, Sawahil, meaning coasts. This fusion language now connects over 100 million people. Pottery from China's Song dynasty proves connections by 1100 AD. The maritime Silk Road extended all the way to Zanzibar. Shipwrecks still reveal treasures from this golden age of trade. Each piece rewrites what we thought we knew about global connection. Trade brought wealth, but also tragedy. We must acknowledge this cathedral stands where thousands were sold until 1873. Zanzibar confronts its painful past to honor those who suffered. But history isn't only trauma, it's also triumph of human creativity today. These spaces celebrate culture, not conquer it. Over 500 unique carved doors remain in Stone Town. Master carvers still practice arts passed down through centuries. Each style reveals the owner's heritage and status. Preservation here isn't about museums, it's about living communities. These aren't monuments, they're homes where families cook, laugh, and dream. And that's what makes Zanzibar extraordinary. History isn't past tense. The Zanzibar archipelago consists of 2 main islands and dozens smaller ones. 25 to 50 kilometers separate these islands from mainland Africa. But this small distance made all the difference to culture and history. The secret was wind. Predictable, seasonal, powerful wind. Northeast monsoons blow from November to March, bringing traders from Arabia. Southwest monsoons, April to October, carried them home with African goods. This predictable cycle enabled commerce for over 2,000 years. Greek texts from the 1st century mention the Zania coast. By 800 CE, Zanzibar was already a recognized trading center. Foundations discovered date structures to the 9th and 10th centuries. Welcome to Zanzibar, an archipelago off the coast of East Africa, where history whispers on the ocean breeze and the air is fragrant with exotic spices. This isn't just a destination. It's a journey back in time, a sensory explosion, and a story waiting to be told. Join us as we uncover the secrets of the Spice Islands. Our journey begins in Stone Town, the historical heart of Zanzibar and a UNESCO World Heritage Site. As we wander through its labyrinthine alleys, every corner reveals a piece of the past. The architecture here is a stunning fusion of Swahili, Arab, Persian, Indian, and European influences. Notice the massive, intricately carved wooden doors, studded with brass knobs. These weren't just for decoration, they were symbols of a family's wealth and social standing, a testament to the island's prosperous trading history. Zanzibar's story is deeply intertwined with the spice trade for centuries. It was the world's leading producer of cloves and a major hub for cinnamon, nutmeg, and black pepper. We're heading out of the city now to a local spice farm to see where the magic happens. Here, you can literally taste history. This is a nutmeg fruit. When you open it, you find the seed, which is the nutmeg, surrounded by a bright red web called mace. And over here, you can see vanilla beans growing on an orchid and smell the sharp, fresh scent of lemongrass. It's an experience that awakens all your senses. But Zanzibar's history has a darker side. For many years, it was a central hub of the East African slave trade. This former slave market in Stone Town now stands as a solemn reminder the Anglican cathedral was. Built directly on the site with the altar position over the old whipping post. Below, you can still visit the cramped, dark cellars where enslaved people were held in horrific conditions before being sold. It is a powerful and humbling place that reminds us to never forget this tragic chapter of human history. After a day of exploring, there's nothing better than diving into Zanzibar's incredible cuisine. The food here is a delicious reflection of its multicultural heritage. At the Foradani Gardens night market, the air sizzles with the sounds and smells of grilling seafood, samosas, and the famous Zanzibar pizza. We ate trying some grilled octopus and a fresh sugarcane juice with a hint of ginger and lime. Every bite tells the story of the island's trade routes and the diverse cultures that have made their home here over the centuries. From its haunting history and aromatic spice farms to its breathtaking beaches and vibrant culture, Zanzibar is a land of contrasts and beauty. It is an island that captures your heart and lingers in your memory long after you've left. Thank you for joining us on this unforgettable journey. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your own Zanzibar stories in the comments below. Until next time, travel safely. Gazing out over the Indian Ocean, a city of stone rises to meet the African sky. This is Stone Town, Zanzibar UNESCO World Heritage Site where history isn't just in books. It's carved into the very walls that surround you for centuries. This island crossroads has been a magnetic hub, drawing traders, explorers, and cultures from across the globe. The result is a city unlike any other, a living museum where the stories of Africa, Arabia, India, and Europe are told in the language of coral stone and carved wood today. We're not just visiting Stone Town. We're stepping back in time to unravel the secrets of its unique architectural soul. Come, let's get lost. The only way to truly understand Stone Town is to wander its labyrinth of narrow, winding streets. Each turn reveals a new perspective, a fresh story look up. And you'll see weathered facades, shaded by ornate wooden balconies known as yali. A beautiful remnant of Indian influence designed for privacy and ventilation. The walls themselves are built from coral rag and limestone mortar, materials harvested directly from the sea and the land. This is Swahili architecture at its most authentic, a style born from the environment and shaped by a history of maritime trade. You can feel the fusion of cultures in the air. The grand arches and courtyards echo Arab design, while the sturdy, practical structures have a distinctly European feel. It's a harmonious blend. A testament to centuries of peaceful coexistence and cultural exchange. Every building here has a past. Every alleyway a memory, but if there's one feature that truly defines the architectural identity of Stone Town, it's the doors. These are not merely entrances, they are works of art, status symbols, and family histories carved in wood. There are two main types you'll see. The older style, with rectangular frames, reflects its Arab origins. Later, as Indian traders grew in wealth and influence, the grander semicircular tops became more common. The intricate carvings are a visual language telling tales of heritage and belief. Look closely at this one. The flowing patterns of vines and flowers symbolize abundance. Here, a fish motif, a powerful symbol of fertility and family lineage. And the chains carved along the frame? They represent security, a memory of a time when they were used to tether enslaved people, now reclaimed as a symbol of a family's strength and protection over its home. Those large brass studs, so prominent on many doors, are an Indian tradition. Originally used to deter war elephants, a rather grand statement of defense on a peaceful island. but one that speaks volumes about the owner's status and connection to the wider world. Each door is a masterpiece, a proud declaration of the family that lives, or once lived, behind it. But this precious heritage is fragile. Time, humidity, and the salty sea air are relentless forces, chipping away at the coral stone and weathering the ancient wood. Preserving Stone Town is a monumental challenge. Many buildings fell into disrepair over the decades, their beautiful features crumbling away yet. A quiet but determined revolution in conservation is taking place here. You can see the transformation. This building, once on the verge of collapse, now stands proud again, its balcony meticulously restored, its walls solid. This is the painstaking work of local artisans and international conservationists. Working hand in hand, they face immense difficulties. From sourcing traditional materials like coral lime to finding the skilled craftspeople who still possess the ancient building techniques, it's a race against time. Every saved building is not just a structural victory. It's a piece of history secured, a story saved from being lost to the winds of the Indian Ocean forever. The success stories give hope that the soul of Stone Town can be preserved for generations to come. To truly understand this place, you must listen to its people. Stone Town is not an open-air museum. It's a living, breathing community. For families who have lived here for generations, these historic walls are simply home. Their daily lives unfold against this extraordinary backdrop. Children's laughter echoes through the ancient alleyways as they play football. The vibrant colors of the market spill out onto the squares, and the aroma of cardamom coffee and freshly baked bread wafts from bustling cafes. Living here comes with its own unique set of joys and challenges. Residents speak of the pride they feel in their heritage, of the deep sense of community that the town's intimate layout fosters. They also speak of the responsibility they feel as custodians of this global treasure. Their stories are the heartbeat of Stone Town, a reminder that behind every carved door and ornate balcony is a family, a life, a dream. It is their spirit, their resilience, and the vibrant culture that keep the city's soul alive, ensuring that it remains a cherished home, not just a historic monument. As the sun melts into the horizon, painting the sky in fiery hues of orange and pink, the silhouettes of dhows glide silently across the water, looking back at the city from the shore. You see Stone Town in its most magical light. It's a city of layers, a place where you can feel the weight and the wonder of history in every step. Preserving this unique heritage is more than just saving old buildings. It's about protecting a legacy of cultural fusion, a story of how different worlds can meet and create something beautiful and new. That's about honoring the voices of the past and ensuring that the voices of the future have this incredible place to call home. Stone Town is a treasure for all of humanity, a shining example of our shared history, and a beacon of hope for a future where culture connects us all. Thank you for joining us on this journey. If you were inspired by the story of Stone Town, please like this video and subscribe for more stories from unique corners of our world. Leaving the labyrinthine alleys of Stone Town behind, we journey to where the land meets the sea. This is Zanzibar's coastline, a world-renowned paradise where history gives way to nature's purest art. Here, endless stretches of powdery white sand meet the embrace of a turquoise ocean, a breathtaking vista that has captivated travelers for centuries. Our journey begins at the northern tip of the island. In Nungwi, this is a place of vibrant energy, where life unfolds to the rhythm of the tides. Fishermen mend their nets. Children play along the shore, and the air is filled with the sounds of hammers and saws. Here, the ancient craft of dhow building continues, with skilled artisans shaping massive wooden vessels by hand, just as their ancestors did, as the day draws to a close. Nungwi offers one of nature's greatest spectacles, a sunset that paints the sky in fiery hues of orange and purple, a daily masterpiece reflected in the calm waters. Traveling down the eastern coast, we arrive at Padja. This is a kite surfer's dream. The vast, shallow lagoon and reliable winds create the perfect playground for this exhilarating sport. Colorful kites dance across the horizon, pulling riders over the impossibly clear turquoise water. The beach itself is a seemingly endless expanse of brilliant white sand, so fine it squeaks underfoot. It's a place of motion and stillness where you can feel the energy of the ocean or simply walk for miles with nothing but the sand, the sea, and the sky surrounding you. A little further north lies Kenwa, a haven of tranquility. The waters here are exceptionally calm and clear, free from the seaweed that sometimes graces the eastern shores. This makes Kenwa the ideal spot for swimming and pure, uninterrupted relaxation. The beach gently slopes into the sea, creating a natural, serene swimming pool. It's a place to unwind, to float weightlessly in the warm Indian Ocean, and to let the gentle rhythm of the waves wash your worries away. For those seeking true seclusion, we venture to the Machamvi Peninsula. This is Zanzibar at its most serene. Hidden coves and quiet stretches of sand offer a peaceful escape from the world. It's a place for quiet contemplation, for watching the dhows sail silently by, and for reconnecting with the simple, profound beauty of the natural world. But the true magic of Zanzibar's coast lies beneath the surface. As we descend into the Indian Ocean, we enter a world of extraordinary color and life. The coral reefs here are bustling underwater cities, teeming with an incredible diversity of marine creatures, schools of brilliantly colored fish dart. Through intricate coral gardens, from the smallest, most delicate seahorse clinging to a piece of seagrass to the graceful, ancient sea turtles gliding effortlessly through the blue. This ecosystem is a testament to the richness of life. A short boat ride away lies the Nemba, Tatau, a protected marine reserve and a jewel in Zanzibar's aquatic crown. The visibility here is often astounding, offering divers and snorkelers a crystal-clear window into this vibrant world. The atoll is a magnet for marine life. It's not uncommon to be greeted by a playful pod of dolphins, their sleek bodies leaping from the waves. Lucky visitors might even witness the gentle giant of the ocean, the magnificent whale shark, as it filters plankton from the rich waters. The reefs are a kaleidoscope of activity, home to countless species of tropical fish, from clownfish nestled in their anemones to majestic angelfish and powerful groupers. This precious underwater paradise is fragile, and its preservation is a critical mission. On the island, dedicated conservation projects are working to protect one of its most beloved residents, the sea turtle. We visit a sanctuary where injured turtles are rehabilitated and nests are protected from predators. The highlight of these efforts is a moment of pure hope, the release of tiny hatchlings. We watch as these small, determined creatures scramble across the sand and disappear into the surf, embarking on their long journey in the open ocean. Faced with the threats of climate change and environmental pressures, local communities and scientists have united to form coral restoration projects. Divers carefully collect small, naturally broken fragments of living coral. In underwater nurseries, these fragments are nurtured until they are strong enough to be transplanted back onto degraded areas of the reef. It is painstaking, hopeful work piece by piece. They are helping to rebuild this vital ecosystem, ensuring that these underwater gardens can continue to thrive. Zanzibar is more than just a beautiful destination. It is a delicate, interconnected web of life, both on land and in the sea, from the lively shores of Nungwi to the quiet nurseries of new coral. This island is a powerful reminder of nature's beauty and its vulnerability. Preserving this paradise is a responsibility we all share, a promise we must make to future generations so they too can witness the magic of this African jewel. As the sun dips below the horizon one last time, casting its golden light across the water, it illuminates not just the beauty of this moment, but the importance of the work being done to protect it forever. Thank you for joining us on this journey. Don't forget to subscribe for more stories from our incredible world. Welcome to Zanzibar, an island where history whispers on the sea breeze and culture comes alive in a symphony of sound and color. From the winding alleys of Stone Town, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, to its sun-drenched, palm-fringed beaches, Zanzibar is a treasure chest of stories waiting to be discovered. Let's dive into the heart of it. Artistic soul. Our journey begins with the enchanting melodies of Taarab music. Born in the Sultan's palaces in the 19th century, Taarab is a beautiful fusion of Swahili, Arab, and Indian influences. The word itself means to be moved or agitated by music. Listening to the soulful sounds of the oud and the shimmering notes of the canon, You can feel the island's history echoing through every chord. From royal courts to modern-day wedding celebrations, Tarab remains the soundtrack of Zanzibar life, but the rhythm of the island beats strongest with ngoma drumming. This isn't just music. It's a powerful, communal experience. Watch as the community gathers, their energy infectious. Each drum has its own voice, from the deep bass tones to the sharp, rapid beats, creating a complex rhythm that calls people to dance, celebrate, and connect with their ancestral roots. It's a vibrant, living tradition passed down through generations. The soul of Zanzibar is also woven into it. Poetry. For centuries, Swahili poets have crafted intricate verses, capturing the beauty of life, love, and the sea. These ancient manuscripts hold a literary heritage that is both profound and lyrical. Shaping the Swahili language and culture, the art of words is as vital here as the art of music. This creative spirit thrives today in Zanzibar's contemporary art scene. Local galleries burst with color, showcasing paintings that tell modern stories with traditional motifs, and you can see art adorning the skin itself. With the delicate and beautiful patterns of henna, a timeless form of self-expression, every year. This explosion of creativity culminates in the Saudi Zabusara Festival, meaning sounds of wisdom, held within the historic walls of the old fort. It's one of Africa's premier music festivals. Artists from across the continent gather here, sharing their unique sounds and uniting thousands of people in a celebration of African music and heritage. It's a testament to Zanzibar's role as a cultural crossroads. From the haunting strings of tarab and the powerful beat of ngoma drums to the timeless words of poetry and the vibrant splash of modern art, Zanzibar's culture is a rich tapestry. It's a living, breathing masterpiece. As breathtaking and unforgettable as its sunset, thanks for joining us on this journey. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more cultural explorations. Welcome to Zanzibar, an island paradise where crystal clear waters meet white sandy beaches. But beyond the stunning coastline lies a hidden gem, a world of lush greenery and rare wildlife today. We're venturing deep into the heart of the island to explore the Jozani Chwaka Bay National Park, the last remaining indigenous forest on Zanzibar. As you step under the dense canopy, the air changes. It's cooler, filled with the sounds of the forest. It is here that you'll meet the star of the show, the Zanzibar red colobus monkey. These playful primates are found nowhere else on Earth. With their striking red backs, white hair, and long tails, they're a truly unforgettable sight. Unlike other monkeys, they're incredibly relaxed around people, allowing us to observe their fascinating social lives up close. But Jozani is more than just monkeys. The park is also home to a vital mangrove ecosystem. We'll wander along a boardwalk that snakes through these incredible trees, their roots twisting and arching above the tidal waters. These mangroves are crucial. They act as a natural barrier against coastal erosion and serve as a nursery for countless marine species, supporting the local fishing industry and the health of the entire coastal reef. What makes Jozani so special is its story of conservation success. The red colobus monkey was once on the brink of extinction. Thanks to dedicated conservation efforts and the involvement of the local community, their population has rebounded. This is a brilliant example of a community-based tourism model. The park fees you pay directly support conservation projects and benefit the surrounding villages, creating a sustainable future where both people and wildlife can thrive. So when you visit Zanzibar, make sure to look beyond the beach. A trip to Jozani Forest is a journey into an ancient world, a chance to connect with nature, and an opportunity to support a community that is leading the way in conservation. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more amazing travel stories. Welcome to Zanzibar, an archipelago where history whispers from every coral stone building and turquoise waves lap against pristine white sands. For centuries, this was a crossroads of cultures, a hub of trade. But today, Zanzibar stands at a new crossroads, one that will define its future for generations to come. We're here to explore the modern Zanzibar, a place of immense opportunity, but also facing profound challenges. The lifeblood of modern Zanzibar is tourism. It's easy to see why. the allure of Stone Town, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, the spice farms fragrant with cloves and cinnamon, and the promise of postcard-perfect beaches draw millions. This influx has brought undeniable benefits. Jobs have been created in hotels, restaurants, and as tour guides. New infrastructure, like roads and improved water access, has followed the tourist trail, benefiting local communities. We see new schools and clinics funded in part by the revenue tourism generates. For many, it's a pathway out of poverty, a chance to build a better life. The economic engine is humming, bringing a new sense of prosperity and connection to the global community. It's a story of success, but it's not the whole story. Behind the idyllic facade, the pressures of mass tourism are mounting. On the northern beaches, hotels now stand shoulder to shoulder, sometimes straining local resources like fresh water. Waste management is a critical issue, with plastic pollution threatening the very coral reefs that attract divers and snorkelers. There's also a cultural tension. The traditional, conservative way of life can clash with the expectations of international visitors. Some locals feel priced out of their own communities as land values soar. The question many are asking is, what is the true cost of this paradise? How do you welcome the world without losing your soul? It's a delicate balancing act, and one Zanzibar is grappling with every single day. Beyond the immediate pressures of tourism, a larger, more existential threat looms on the horizon: climate change. As a low-lying island nation, Zanzibar is on the front lines of a global crisis. Sea level rise isn't a distant concept here. It's a present reality. Coastal erosion is actively washing away beaches, threatening homes and hotels alike. We've seen communities forced to move inland, their ancestral lands swallowed by the encroaching ocean. These underwater forests are turning into ghostly white graveyards, a stark visual of a world out of balance for fishermen who have relied on these waters for generations. The catch is dwindling. The changing climate is not just an environmental issue, it's a direct threat to livelihoods and the very existence of the islands as we know them. This leads to the central conflict facing Zanzibar today: economic development versus preservation. The government is eager to attract foreign investment, to build new luxury resorts and expand the port to boost the economy. The argument is that this development is essential for creating jobs and improving the standard of living for its people. On the other hand, conservationists and many local communities are raising the alarm. They argue that unchecked, development could destroy the fragile ecosystems and unique cultural heritage that makes Zanzibar so special in the first place. Can you build a new 5-star hotel without destroying a vital mangrove forest that protects the coast from storm surges? Can you expand a port without damaging a delicate coral reef? These are not easy questions. It's a classic struggle between short-term economic gain and long-term environmental and cultural sustainability. Finding the right path forward is perhaps the greatest challenge of all. So what does the future hold? To find out, we need to listen to the youth. Zanzibar has a remarkably young population, with over half its people under the age of 25. They are connected, educated, and acutely aware of the challenges they face. We spoke to young entrepreneurs, artists, and activists across the islands. Far from being discouraged, they are filled with ideas and energy. They see the potential of technology to create new opportunities outside of traditional tourism. They are passionate about protecting their environment, not just for its beauty, but because their future depends on it. They are demanding a seat at the table, a voice in the decisions that will shape their world. They are not just inheriting Zanzibar's problems, they are actively working to become the architects of its solutions. Their perspective is one of pragmatic optimism, a belief that a better, more sustainable future is possible, and that belief is already being put into action across the archipelago. Inspiring sustainable tourism initiatives are taking root. We've visited community-run guest houses, where profits directly benefit the local village. We've seen marine conservation projects led by former fishermen that are creating no-take zones to allow coral reefs and fish populations to recover. Spice farmers are adopting organic practices and offering eco-tours that educate visitors about traditional agriculture. These aren't just small, isolated projects. They represent a fundamental shift in thinking, a move towards a model of tourism that is regenerative, not extractive. It is about creating an experience that is authentic for the visitor and beneficial for the host community and the environment. This is where the hope for Zanzibar's future truly lies. Zanzibar's story is a microcosm of the challenges facing so many beautiful places around the world. It's a story of balancing growth with preservation, of confronting global crises on a local level, and of a new generation rising to the occasion. The path forward will not be easy. It will require difficult choices, innovative solutions, and a shared commitment from the government, the private sector, local communities, and even us. As travelers, but after spending time here, listening to the voices of its people, it's clear that Zanzibar is not just a paradise in peril. It is a place of incredible resilience, innovation, and hope. The spirit that has allowed these islands to thrive for centuries is alive and, well, ready to navigate the complex currents of the modern world. The future of Zanzibar is still being written, and it's a story we should all be watching. Thanks for joining us on this journey. If you found this story insightful, please like this video and subscribe to our channel for more deep dives into the places and people shaping our world. See you next time. In the vast tapestry of our world, there are places that are more than just dots on a map. They are crossroads of history, melting pots of culture, and living lessons for humanity. Zanzibar is one such place. An archipelago adrift in the Indian Ocean, its name alone conjures images of space-laden winds, ancient hours sailing toward the horizon, and the labyrinthine alleys of Stone Town. But to see Zanzibar as merely a beautiful tourist destination is to miss its profound global significance. This is a story about why Zanzibar matters, not just to Africa, but to all of us. For centuries, the tides of the Indian Ocean brought the world to Zanzibar's shores. Traders from Arabia, Persia, India, and later Europe were drawn here by the monsoon winds. They came not just for cloves, ivory, and gold, but they brought with them their languages, their faiths, their customs, and their ideas, and in this small island chain, something remarkable happened. Instead of conflict and conquest defining the interactions, a unique and resilient culture of coexistence was born. This is the heart of Swahili civilization. Look around Stone Town today. You'll see a mosque, a church, and a Hindu temple standing within a few blocks of each other. You'll hear the call to prayer mingling with the sounds of church bells and the chatter of merchants in a dozen languages. This wasn't a mandated tolerance. It was an organic fusion. It was a cosmopolitanism born not from modern ideals, but from the practical necessities of trade and shared existence on the sea. The maritime world demands cooperation. You learn to rely on your neighbor, regardless of where they come from or what god they pray to. Because the ocean treats everyone the same, the lessons from this maritime civilization are incredibly relevant today. In a world increasingly fractured by identity politics and cultural divisions, Zanzibar stands as a testament to the fact that diversity is not a weakness, but a source of strength, creativity, and resilience. This spirit is embodied in the concept of Swahili cosmopolitanism. It's an identity that is fluid, inclusive, and fundamentally African, yet open to the world. A Swahili person might trace their ancestry to Oman, their culinary tastes to India, their faith to the Middle East, and their language to the Bantu heartland of Africa, all without contradiction. This isn't about losing one's identity, it's about enriching it. It challenges the rigid, often colonial, boxes we try to put cultures into. It teaches us that identity can be a conversation, not a fortress, in an era of globalization, where we are more connected than ever. The Swahili model of a layered, syncretic identity offers a powerful alternative to the clash of civilizations narrative. It suggests we can be both local and global, rooted and open, all at once. And this brings us to a more personal level. To travel to a place like Zanzibar is to do more than just see new sights. It's to experience this cultural fusion firsthand. It is to get lost in the alleys of Stone Town and feel the weight of centuries in the carved wooden doors. It's to taste a curry that tells a story of Indian spice roots, prepared with local African ingredients. It's to sail on a dhow, a vessel whose design has remained unchanged for 1,000 years. And feel the same winds that carried explorers and traders across the ocean. This kind of travel changes you, it breaks down prejudices and broadens your perspective. It forces you to confront your own assumptions about the world and your place in it. When you engage with the warmth and hospitality of the Zanzibari people, you're not just a tourist, you're a participant in a story that's been unfolding for millennia. This personal transformation, this expansion of the soul, is perhaps one of the most powerful reasons why places like Zanzibar matter. They are classrooms for the human spirit. Finally, we cannot understand Zanzibar without placing it within the broader narrative of Africa too often. The story of Africa is told through a lens of poverty, conflict, or exotic wildlife. Zanzibar shatters that simplistic frame. It represents a different story, one of sophisticated urban centers, transoceanic trade networks, and complex cultural exchanges that predate European arrival by centuries. It is a story of African agency and creativity, the wealth and knowledge that flowed through. Zanzibar helped shape not only the East African coast, but also had ripple effects across the continent and the world. It reminds us that Africa has always been a global player, a source of innovation, and a continent of incredible diversity. The story of Zanzibar is a vital chapter in the story of Africa, and by extension, in the story of us all. So why does Zanzibar matter? It matters because it is a living model of cultural coexistence in a divided world. It matters because its maritime history offers timeless lessons in cooperation and resilience. It matters because its Swahili cosmopolitanism provides a blueprint for a more inclusive global identity. It matters because it has the power to transform us, to make us more empathetic and worldly, and it matters because it tells a richer, more accurate story of Africa and its place in the world. Zanzibar is not just a destination, it's a message of unity and diversity, carried on the ocean breeze for 1,000 years waiting for us to listen. Thank you for watching. If this story resonated with you, please consider subscribing for more journeys into the heart of our shared world. Zanzibar, the name itself whispers of spice-laden trade winds and centuries of history. But beyond the idyllic beaches and the set of clothes, what is the true essence of this island archipelago? Why in our interconnected, often fractured world, does Zanzibar matter more than ever? It's more than just a tourist destination. It's a living library of human connection, a testament to the power of cultural fusion, and a beacon for what our global society could be. Our journey begins not in a museum, but in the labyrinthine alleys of Stone Town. Every carved door, every weathered balcony tells a story. Here, the architectural styles of Africa, Arabia, India, and Europe don't just coexist, they intertwine, creating a unique visual language. This isn't a mosaic of separate pieces, but a seamless blend. A new identity forged for many. This is the physical manifestation of Swahili cosmopolitanism, an idea that has defined this coast for over a millennium. To understand Zanzibar, we must look to the sea. The Indian Ocean was not a barrier, but a highway. For centuries, dhows, with their distinctive lateen sails, crisscrossed these waters, carrying not just goods like ivory, gold, and spices, but also people, ideas, religions, and languages. The Swahili people became the ultimate cultural brokers, the masters of the maritime world. They weren't just passive recipients of foreign influence, they were active agents, selectively adapting and adapting elements from Persia, Oman, India, and Portugal. All are remaining deeply rooted in their African Banda heritage. This history teaches us a profound lesson in a world often defined by suspicion. Of the other, Zanzibar's maritime civilization thrived on openness. Their prosperity was built on exchange, their identity on inclusion. They understood that diversity wasn't a threat to their culture, but the very source of its strength and resilience. They created a society where a merchant from Gujarat, a sailor from Muscat, and a farmer from the African mainland could not only trade but also build lives, intermarry, and contribute to a shared community. This wasn't tolerance as we often think of it, a grudging acceptance. It was an active, vibrant embrace of multiplicity. But is this just a beautiful story from the past? What relevance does Swahili cosmopolitanism have today? In our age of digital echo chambers and resurgent nationalism, Zanzibar's legacy offers a powerful counter-narrative. It reminds us that identity is not a zero-sum game. You can be proudly African and deeply connected to global currents. You can hold on to your traditions while embracing new ideas. The Swahili language itself is a perfect example of Bantu grammatical structure enriched with a vast Arabic vocabulary and words from Persian, Hindi, and Portuguese. It is the voice of a culture that looks outward, not inward. This spirit is still alive today. You feel it in the bustling Darayani market, where the call to prayer mingles with the chatter of vendors and the rhythms of bongo flava music. You see it in the faces of the Zanzibari people, whose heritage is a beautiful tapestry of the world. They carry this complex history with a sense of pride and an easygoing grace. This isn't an idealized utopia, of course. Zanzibar has faced its own share of political turmoil and social challenges, a complex history that includes the dark chapter of the slave trade. A stark reminder that connection can also bring exploitation, but the enduring ideal, the foundational principle of coexistence, remains a powerful force. Traveling here is more than a vacation. It can be a deeply transformative experience. It forces you to reconsider your own notions of culture and belonging. When you walk through Stone Town, you're walking through a physical timeline of globalization. You're forced to ask, where do I come from? What threads of different cultures are woven into my own identity? To visit Zanzibar is to realize that the story of human civilization is a story of movement, mixing, and shared creation. It dissolves the artificial boundaries we erect between us and them. This personal transformation connects us to a much larger story, the story of Africa for too long. The continent has been portrayed through a narrow lens of poverty, conflict, or exotic world life. Zanzibar shatters these stereotypes. It showcases an Africa that has always been a center of innovation, commerce, and sophisticated urban life. It is a story of African agency, of a people who shaped their own destiny and created a globally influential culture long before. The colonial era. The Swahili coast represents a vital piece of the African narrative that is often overlooked, one of maritime prowess, intellectual exchange, and cultural dynamism. So why does Zanzibar matter? It matters because it is a model of how different cultures can create something new and beautiful. Together, not through conflict, but through collaboration. It matters because its history provides lessons in resilience, adaptation, and the benefits of an open society. It matters because it challenges us to see the world and ourselves in a more interconnected way. It stands as a vibrant, living example of a cosmopolitan ideal that our world desperately needs. Zanzibar is not just a place on a map, it's an idea. It's the quiet confidence of a culture built on centuries of interaction. It's the understanding that in our shared humanity, we find our greatest strength as we navigate the complexities of the 21st century. The gentle trade winds of Zanzibar carry a message of hope, a reminder that the future belongs not to those who build walls, but to those who build bridges. Thank you for joining me on this journey. Follow along as we continue to explore the stories that connect us all.